Hello everyone, very good morning and good evening. Welcome to the game of high flyers. And in today's episode, our high flyer is Mr. Siva. So Mr. Siva has recently written a book on SAP S4 Hana production planning and manufacturing certification guide, which is 400 plus pages of certification guide. So before we go and discuss all these things with Mr. Siva, that how he has written a book, let me give a brief introduction about Siva. So Siva came in contact with us around 2020 with Sastrageek, and with me he came to contact, and he took a simple logistics training with us, where basically we cover the advanced production planning, advanced sales and distribution, and advanced But before that, he is having a very enriched experience of 23 years experience he is having. He is working in SAP for more than 16 plus years, and he is having a very good and strong domain experience also. So Shiva started his career as SAP PP consultant, and year on year, he upskills on his knowledge. He was also one of the top contributors in SDN into the PP area. So when even our association started, I came to know that even Shiva knows a lot of subjects into the production planning even better than me. So I was teaching the advanced parts, which has been added in SAP S4HANA, but he is very strong on the core part. Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos. So from there, our association brought it up, and he has worked into the multiple countries, multiple projects he has worked in. Now he is based in Sweden. Actually, he's now a Swedish citizen, and recently he converted his all of the knowledge. He's transformed it into the book. So I really appreciate and I really love the people who contribute and share the knowledge. I do it through the training. Shiva did it with writing a very beautiful book. So we would be discussing more and knowing more about that, how Shiva has written the book and how this book is going to help a lot of other participants who wants to gain knowledge in SAP PP or who wants to clear the certification. So with that brief introduction, let me welcome Shiva. Shiva, welcome to the game of high flyers.
Thanks, Parminder.
Yeah.
Pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you for giving time and coming to this episode. So first of all, for the viewers, can you show the book which you have written with SAP Press?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is the book, SAP S4HANA Production Planning and Manufacturing Certification Guide, 400 plus pages of guide. If you read it, I'm 100% sure you would be able to get not only the certification clearance, but you would also get a good amount of knowledge. So Shiva, I just introduced you in brief. It would be great if you can let us know that, that how the thoughts come in your mind that you need to write a book, and then how these thoughts get converted into the words, and then finally getting a book published, what kind of challenges, what kind of troubles you have faced from starting of the career and converting all of the knowledge and putting into a book, so that next 2-3 generation can also take help from it.
Yeah, those are all kind words, Parminder. But yeah, it happened, and it is one of the bucket list. And yeah, for most of the people are professionals. For me, yeah, it did happen, and it was not easy to write a book. But yeah, it was an exciting journey. Now it's 1 month old already in the market and published end of Jan this year, 2022, and going good. So what I did is I pledged all the royalties of this book to charity.
Wonderful.
And this was there in my mind for a long while writing itself. Now I'll narrate the story. Then you will realize why charity came in between. Yeah. So the thought of writing a book, in fact, it was there in my mind from 2014 onwards.
Okay.
But yeah, that was only a thought. Someday I'll write, and at least a couple of topics. In the office, we used to discuss with my colleagues, and based on the market that time, 2014 and all. Okay, those were only thoughts, but 2020 was not that eventful year for anyone across the world because of this COVID started.
Right.
A lot of free time and working from home. It's even though IT professionals, we used to work from home many a times, but okay, mandatorily working from home and not or having a lot of time. Everyone is at home. No one is going out. So what to do? So I did thought of, okay, S4 HANA is going to stay for long. And this is the future for everyone. In only few years from now, everyone in the world should be adopting or migrating to S4 HANA. Then why not to do something or read about S4 HANA? So that is the time when I was searching what to do next. Then, Parminder, I came to know a couple of videos from YouTube, whatever you published, and those were very, very impressive. If I quote the example of DDMRP, that was so beautifully you narrated the entire, all the steps. So that was the point where I decided, yeah, I should contact Parminder and okay, what kind of information I can get from you. This is for my personal preparation for S4 ECC. By that time, 15 plus years, I was already into multiple projects, multiple continents, and too many projects we did already. So ECC and S4, there is a big difference in the thinking or in the architecture, the simplicity, whatever S4 HANA brings in. So that was the time. And then I was in contact with you. And then, okay, there is an emotional connect with this contact also. 2014, I did the CDDP certification. The training was conducted by DDMRP or gurus, Chad Smith and Karol Patak. And when 2014, it was not many people with demand-driven background. So those days we wanted to do big in demand-driven, but unfortunately we couldn't do much about it. So after many years, okay, it was there back in my mind. I knew that how this came into, or who big players in the market are pushing SAP to get it into. So those were the information. Those days itself I knew, but unfortunately I couldn't do much. But the revelation for me was, okay, it is already there in S4 HANA. And then you already narrated or step by step, you took me through, or your audience in YouTube. So that was the starting point for our association. And then I did 1909 certification. So okay, I wanted to read each and every page of the certification material, whatever is available in SAP Learning Hub. And then, okay, all the pages, okay, one after the other. I don't wanted to miss anything. So I was having double-minded also, saying that, okay, whether I have to read everything or can I go and attempt? So those were the thoughts at the time, but okay, I don't wanted to miss S4 flavor. So that is what I did. And after the certification, while reading and researching about the topics, then I thought, why not a single book?
Why not a single
Why
book?
I should be, okay, planning one book, master data another book, discrete manufacturing, repetitive manufacturing, or the capacity planning. So all these were different books. So one page at a time I should be skipping or navigating in Learning Hub. So why not one single book? That was the thought. Then I checked in SAP Press also. That time it was only one certification book for finance. So yeah, that was a good thing. Finance book is there, but why not PP? That was the next thought. Okay, yeah. After a couple of days or a week or two, then I thought, after spending so many years in this SAP field, why not me? Why not to check with SAP Press editors? So I searched for their contact. I got the contact of Emily Nichols, and I contacted them. I gave them my background, experience, and all. And then they said, okay, what you want to write? And then please send us the table of contents. So that is where the contact with SAP Press started. And then after a couple of discussions with them, the concept and the table of contents and everything, that clicked. So fortunately, there was no other people who were trying for this particular specific subject. Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
So I got lucky in that perspective. Yeah. So 2020 sometime, third quarter, fourth quarter, yeah, around October, November, some writing, serious writing started happening. And then COVID really troubled everyone across the world. And I myself, not personally, but there were so many known people were in serious trouble.
Right.
So there were many ups and downs in this journey. Family and my colleagues, everyone supported, at least emotionally. So what I used to do was, it was okay. It was never a consistent effort from my side. It was thinking about the topic. It used to take a lot of time for me. And then how to put them into words, how many pages, is this too detailed, too much, or too little? So those were questions always in my head. So what I used to do was, okay, 1 to 2 weeks, I used to sit and continuously write or nothing else, and then forget about the subject for 1 to 2 months. So that is what I did. So last year, around May, I thought of quitting. I couldn't do it anymore. Because of, again, there is only one excuse for me all the time. It was COVID. Because of that, then in fact, SAP Press colleagues, they said that, okay, if you cannot do that, okay, it's fine, but why not to check with your friends whether they can support you? Then I checked with multiple friends who are already good in their subject, and I know them personally. So many of them I checked. 2 friends helped me with 1 chapter each.
Okay.
So I'm very, very thankful to them. One is Amit Batra and Ramandeep Singh.
Okay.
These 2 gentlemen helped me with completing the book. So ultimately 468 pages total, all in all, it happened. Yeah.
That reminds me one of the dialogues from the Shah Rukh Khan's movie, when you determined to do something, puri kainat aapka saath deti hai. So when you're so determined and you know that the resources comes in place, your friend Amit and Ramandeep helped you. So great for that. Thank you for them also to completing that journey with you. So it's great. So how many months totally it took from the starting writing? I would say that when you sit and write the first page, and finally when it published, what is that journey? How many months?
Yeah, that's a good question. I never thought about it. Okay, how this happens is, with SAP Press, what they ask for is at least 20 to 30 pages or 1 chapter. We should be writing it upfront and then submitting it. Then after thorough check and all, then they'll say that, yes, now you can write it. So that particular chapter, I have written, I think, 20 pages. That is good thing, because that is the same chapter what I started. That is available as a free sample now. So you or the viewers who are watching this, they can go and download that particular chapter. It is not a big chapter. It is about demand management. So that is very interesting topic and close to my heart. So that is where I started. So that 18 or 20 pages, whatever I wrote, and it took some time, a month or 2, for SAP Press also to come back and say that, yes, now you can write. And then I was deeply into, okay, that happened, I think, October or November 21. No, 20. And then I was into a high pressure project, and at least 4 months I have not touched anything until February last year, 2021, February onwards. At least I started writing seriously, and then February and end of March, this 1.5 month, I completed 2 chapters. So that is how it started. So you can say that October till, it is little over a month, 1 year, 1 month, 13 months. Yeah, it took for me. Yeah,
around 13 months. 13 months. Yeah, that's an average 1 year. When I have talked with the other people also who has written a book, the same thing is there. They said around 1 year they spent to write a book. Well, one very good thing you have talked during this, which is also very close to me. Now, a lot of people, because I trained many students, right? And a lot of people, when I see that they are even not able to book the certification and write a certification exam, because what's happening that earlier there was a 4 big books was there. Now with SAP S/4HANA certification, SAP added 3 more books. So now it's a bunch of around 7 to 8 books which you need to go through, and all books are big books. So sometimes that students get lost into the books. They are not able to complete. Everybody does not have that much of appetite and stamina to complete those big 7 books, right? So yeah, that's very good effort you have put it. You summarize everything, consolidate everything within the 400 pages, which will give the knowledge and by which people would also be able to crack the certification. So that's very good. So in this book, basically, it also has a practice questions, or it focus on the content and the concepts.
Yeah, if I can. Okay, now I'm just scrolling the book itself. Then all the certification books, the table of contents, it will be same. So this is what is prescribed. So this is the model with which any writer or author should be looking into. So the best thing about this particular methodology or this table of contents is the objective of this portion of the test. So immediately going into the description and some high level information about any chapter, and then what is expected out of this from the candidate or certification aspirant. So objective of this portion of the test. So that is one good thing. And then it goes into the overview and then a lot of detailing about a particular topic. And then at the end of each book, important terminology. So just before 1 day before the certification exam, if one is thorough with this important terminology, and then practice questions, and practice questions are answers with explanations. So for an experienced consultant already, looking into a practice question and then the answers and why a specific answer is the best answer. So those will give really good introduction or overview into the topics itself. And then a test takeaway and summary. I think these are most important ones apart from the subject itself. So it is the method itself is structured in such a way that it is for the success of the test taker. Yeah.
Okay, great. So if somebody wants to write a book, okay, what do you suggest them? That the first thing would be they need to select a topic, right? So what topic they should select? They should also go for the certification, or they will go for a full module, or within the module they find some sub-module, subtopic and write a. Nowadays e-bytes also comes up, right?
Exactly.
So what should be the selection?
Yeah, good question. There are some prolific writers already, and like Javed Akhtar, some 8 books he contributed to the community. So they are prolific writers. But apart from that, there are various topics, subtopics. If it is 70 pages or 100 odd pages, if we can contribute to, and if we have a good topic, at least the topic is in mind, then e-bytes is the best next thing. Yeah. So
don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos.
Selection of the topic is an important one. And before thinking about any topic, then doing the check, cross-check directly in SAP Press itself is enough, because all the books, e-bytes, everything is already available there. So over and above already existing, anything if I can contribute to, yes, that can be done. But one thing, what I feel is, it is not how many copies I'm going to sell in future. Nobody can predict about that. So I don't think SAP Press will also look into whether you can sell more copies of this topic or any other topic. So that focus is not there from them also. Everything is for money. That is fine. But at the same time, SAP Press also saying that, okay, if the topic is good, if you're presenting in a concise, crisp, concise way, then that is fine. They may say that, yes, go ahead, we will publish. So thorough check of the topic, confidence in the topic. If I've already worked and I know about the topic, and then that is very good. That is one. And futuristic topics will be hot cakes in the market. So everyone wants to gain knowledge, especially in upcoming modules or topics which SAP is bringing in. Yeah, so that is what my suggestion is.
Got it. Got it. So the command on the topic, confidence on the topic, and knowledge on the topic, that is more important. If you have that on a particular topic, select the topic and then get connected with the SAP Press, and then you can finalize with the topic with them and start writing your book. That's good. That would be helping a lot of aspirants who wants to write a book. Now, one more question comes in my mind. What would you guide people? So if they are interested in a specific topic, how they can continuously gain their knowledge or increase their knowledge as you have increased? What kind of tools, tips, tricks can be used so that they can keep on gaining more and more knowledge on a particular topic to have a strong command?
Yeah. This gaining knowledge is always, it can never be personal. Yeah, we are gaining knowledge for us, but when we contribute, then contribute to the others, to the community, then our knowledge will increase manyfold. So I can quote my how I gained knowledge was through SDN. I think 10, 12 years back, I used to spend a lot of time in SDN solving questions. I think a couple of months it took me to absorb a lot of content and then contributing with the answers. So after a couple of months of contributing, researching, quick search, then the topics are on fingertips. If you say any customization setting or one node here or there, or what click of a button I can change my process, all those things will be on the fingertips. So that was the best platform, I can say, SDN. For me, that was the best thing happened for me. So with the contribution, I gained a lot of knowledge at the same time. So that gave the confidence to handle the projects, handle any situation, process related discussions. So those happened, that knowledge gained only because of SDN, I can say. Yeah. So that can be a very best thing to look into, contribute, learn. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Because of the contribution of people like you and a lot of people, any problem comes up, people search on Google and they find the answers now. Specifically, all the basic modules and the things which is there for quite some time, everything is available in Google from the search because of the contribution which has gone through SDN. I also remember that I was doing the same thing when I got out of touch for a couple of years from PP. I want to go back into the PP. So I said, okay, how to do it? Shall I go ahead and read it? So I said, okay, let's jump into the SDN, find it out what question people are asking, start solving it. Everything within 2 months was refreshed for me. And my students also, now we also have a internal Telegram groups for each module. So I ask people that you should ask the question. Apart from asking the question, also try to solve other people's question, because when you try to solve a question, then it gives you a lot of clarity, and once you have provided the answer, you get a lot of confidence on it. So that's true. That's very good advice you have given. Thank you for that, Shiva. Now, one question related to when you contacted with SAP Press, you just searched from the Google, and you got the contact of, you said, Emily, right?
Yeah, the details are there in SAP Press itself. If you want to be an author, then there is a page opens, and a lot of details are there. So sappress.com is the best place to contact. Yeah.
Okay, sappress.com is the place if you want to write a book and if you want to get connected with SAP. There's a particular page within sappress.com. You can go ahead, read it, that how to author it, and you will get all the contacts, right? So if you really want to write it, all the stuff is available, that how to contact and how to reach out to the people. Okay, yeah. That's good.
So what I can say is this is what I did and succeeded. So I think definitely there are many other ways of contributing also, but yeah, this is what I adopted and I can vouch for it. Yeah, it works.
Okay. Any particular advice for the aspirants who are looking for to write a book? You want to give any particular advice for them which would be helping them? And because a lot of people also, they think, and then out of thinking, there are a lot of people who start, but there the huge amount of 95% people are there who are never able to finish it. What would be your advice for them?
Yeah. Yeah, as I've already informed you, I also thought of quitting because of whatever may be the situation, okay, whatever may be the story. But yeah, so committing to it is the one, everyone does that, but okay, how to keep on motivating ourselves. So for me, family, friends, they were the main motivation. At the same time, SAP Press, colleagues from SAP Press also, they also, it was never a burden for me in speaking to them. So if I ever faced any challenge, then I used to open up and speak to them, and they openly took whatever I was saying and okay, trying to help me. And at the same time, my friends also helped. So the process what I followed was, it was never 1 or 2 pages every day in 1 year, 365 days. Okay, 700-page book you can publish. No, it never worked for me. I tried for it, and okay, 1 or 2 days, and then office related or professional other obligations and family, those will always overpower. Yeah, so I used to take time, 1 or 2 weeks, no office, nothing. So it means my own personal time. And then morning till evening, okay, I think highest number of pages I contributed in one day was 20 pages from morning till evening. So that is what that clicked on that particular day. The very next day, it may be 2 pages only, even though I took a holiday and okay, I'm sitting from morning, okay, this is what I wanted to do. So my thinking is, it is never a numbers game. You cannot say that okay, every day 2 pages. Yeah, theoretically yes, but yeah, it will never work. Never worked for me. But it worked in some other context for me. While writing a BBP or a functional specification of 100 pages, say for example, in 2-3 days, we used to complete big blueprints or functional specifications in short time, because the context was different, the pressure was different, and there is a number of people, project managers and other consultants or whoever it is there surrounding, they might be helping each other. So here it is one-man game. So sitting there and contributing it, that worked for me. Yeah,
that's very good. That's one of the things. I've not written a book, but one of the things which also worked for me is that I convert the thoughts into the words, right? If I want to start a new training, I just start speaking with the people. Okay, I'm going to start a new training on this, new training on this, in different batch. I will speak, even though I'm not prepared anything on that. I just convert my thoughts into the words, and people expectation comes up and they start following it up. Kidhar hai bhaiya? Where is that course you're talking about? And finally, you ended up getting it done. So that is one of the thing also which worked for me. that convert into the words and speak with the people, speak with the friends. They will also help you out. Okay, that's great. So Shiva, I think that the talk which we have done on the book would be very helpful for a lot of the parties, aspirants who are looking forward to write a book. Now, one more topic I want to, which is not on the books, I want to have a quick discussion on that. Uh, a lot of aspirants are also looking. So you started your journey from India, then you went into the different countries, so finally you settled abroad in Sweden. A lot of aspirants are also looking to have an on-site opportunity to get settled on the on-site countries. So what are the job opportunities are there in Europe? And if somebody is looking to switch their career from India to Europe, how they can start, how they can initiate?
Yeah. Yeah, good question. I think many years back, I also used to think in this. I think for any aspirant, having the knowledge, skill set is the most important.
Right.
S4 will stay, and across the world, S4 projects will happen, already started happening in big numbers. Skill gap is there. If one is skilled already, then location will never be a constraint, and there will be many takers. So S4 is the best thing. So my advice is to have very good understanding and demonstrable experience in sport projects. That can be the starting point. For me, what happened was because of my projects, I came to Sweden, and then I got the opportunity to work here. So that is how it may not be possible for everyone in that fashion. Europe, language dependency will also be there. So that is also, it is not that easy to come into any country, but country to country, it will vary. But one thing I can say is S4 will stay, and with knowledgeable people, there will be a lot of opportunities across the world now.
Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos.
Yeah.
Shiva, your advice reminded me of a movie, Three Idiot movie, where Amir Khan says a dialogue, "Kamyab nahi bano, kabil bano."
No, I was never thinking about it because, okay, that's a good correlation. Now the market is so dynamic and everyone wants good people. So for good people, I mean, the recruiters will pick good candidates. It is going to happen, or it is happening already. So wherever, in whichever part of the world you are there, if you are capable, then people will search and come and pick you. So it may sound theoretical, but Europe is language also dependent. So I don't have any specific advice on, okay, how to come to Sweden so that, okay, they can get a job. No, I don't know. So I cannot say that, but ultimately knowledge will win. Yeah.
Right. Correct. So the core part is that be knowledgeable, whatever the new skills are coming, new technologies are coming, have a quick hand on them, gain that knowledge, add into your profile. So once you have so many things in profile, SAP itself is a niche, and within SAP, these modules, PP module is always niche. Now within the PP, if you will try to add advanced PP, MRP Live, DDMRP, PPDS, IBP, now your skill set would be like that, which is required in each country. So people will automatically will pull you out. So that's
Yeah,
true.
you summarized it well. Yeah.
So that's great. I really loved discussing with you, Shiva, and I hope that this discussion might help a lot of viewers who's watching it. To even they can also target themselves to write a book, taking a guidance and taking inspiration from you. So that's great, Shiva. It was having a great conversation with you. We thank you for joining us in this episode, and will our connection will stay longer. And I hope that you will write more books. And again, I will be having a more discussion and elaborating what you have written more. So thank you for coming.
Definitely. Thanks for having me here, Parminder.
Thank you. So thank you everyone for watching this episode of Game of High Flyers. We'll be coming back next week with one more new episode. Thank you and bye-bye for now.